welcome back. This is Light on Us. Today I have the pleasure to speak again with Steve Maga. He is on Facebook and YouTube. I will put all his social media in the description of this video, so check his stuff out. And he's actually a second time on my show. The first time he did an amazing job on the runes, and today he will give a breakdown about the tarot. So welcome, Steve.
Welcome to you, and thank you to having you again in your show. It's very, very pleasure for me, and I see the great work you're doing with other researchers and scholars, and I'm sure they have also very valued stuff to give others as a knowledge. And here I'm here to share the knowledge with all the world, with our brothers and sisters, to continue to thrive and grow in consciousness. And this is the subjects I think is important to speak about, like we speak about the runes, and now we speak about the tarot, and I combine all the sciences and arts together and kind of formalize that in one formula that you can work with yourself as magical practices and self-knowing and self-discovery, you know. So it's good. I think it's very, very good job we do together. And we continue to next chapters with astrology maybe and other stuff. So it can be very interesting.
Totally. I also received a reading from you and it was very powerful stuff. You did a very good job on that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It was very good, interesting to analyze also your charts and everything. And I'm really help people who want to help themselves, you know, to want to make the job by themselves. I'm not looking for people who try to find someone else to help them to make for them all everything, you know, and not work like this. And real teaching is to make the student as a teacher also, you know, to continue the
Yes.
process of growing and to give others the knowledge and wisdom to others. This is all the point, and this is what all about.
Yes.
So I make some presentation about the tarot, and we'll start a little about the history and the background of that science. And a lot of from the history is conflicting among all the kinds of scholars and researchers. Some scholars claim that the origin of the tarot is in ancient Egypt and the 10th century in China, and but I believe is much more ancient than people can imagine themselves, and is not originate from Abrahamic religions or this misunderstood and very hard abused by Abrahamic religions like Judaism, Islam, and Christianity especially, because they don't want people who understand themselves and to understand the psyche of themselves, how this anatomy of psyche working, because it's very hard to control someone if they know that, if they know how to manage their emotions, mind, and their actions in the real world. And and the tarot is very, very rich in symbology, in allegories, and this kind of is a way of communication between the conscious and the unconscious mind, and to see the map of our consciousness, where we are now in the point that help us to achieve our true soul purpose, to achieve our way, our dharma. And it can be, any card can be in multiple interpretations, but they share the same archetypal objective ideas that help us to understand the archetypes and forces of nature, that they cannot be changed and they're immutable. And also the archetypes of our consciousness and how our psyche operates in the fabric of nature. and is found in the great arts and forms of images and alchemy, tarot and yantras and mandalas and all kinds of divination arts we know. And tarot is one of them. Tarot is the one of those ancient and most profound sciences that exist in the entire planet. And this knowledge is derived from our ancestors, from our wise ancient ancestors that till this day, like the runes, survived. This knowledge has survived many, many eons. And the tarot in the Egyptian, it means the royal path. This is interpreted as a shared similarities with many words such as arot, rota, truth, throat. Tarut is actually the name of the primordial goddess of Egypt. Tarut, after it became Ma'at. And also Tara is the name of goddess and the planet Earth from the ancient times. And we see all the connections. We see Torah also. This is the law. It means the law, and we see the Bible arrive from the Torah, and Torah is the law that arrived from the Tarot, and the Tarot is the 78 pages of the Book of Life, so called. And this is very, very considered and interpreted esoterically, not exoterically like all the religions. This is esoteric science that not known by the average person in the daily life. They usually not understanding that. This is science that very, very strongly abused till today. And I see also practitioners of tarot, they not so understand the profound way to use them in the respect and how supposed to use them as a science and art to advance our soul purpose and to find our dharma, to find our weak points, to find our blockages when we need to work more in with ourselves. And a lot of people think is divination is give you the future like a magical pill, you know, everything will happen like this and like that. But this is not the same like we speak in the runes. Is not like this. Any moment you have a choice, you change your past and future and present simultaneously. And if you will not change the course of your actions in the present moment, this is the outcome of your future. This is show you the outcome. If you change the actions and the behaviors you have in this moment, so you can change your destiny. So this works also with astrology and numerology. This also have numbers, colors, geometry, and many stuff that we need to connect together. Because if you want really to understand in tarot, you need to understand in astrology, in the planetary magic, in how this is connected to the zodiac system. We'll speak more in depth in the future times, maybe. Also in these presentations, because in order to understand the tarot, we need to understand the planets and the energies behind them, and this is like archetypes. Have questions till now?
Yes. Everything is all right here.
Okay, good. As we speak about divination arts, tarot is one of them. There are many types of divination arts among the ancient ones that exist and have survived till today, and the tarot is in the runes. These sciences and arts of Gnosis were not only disrespected and misunderstood properly by the majority of the human society, but were also defamed among the Abrahamic religions, and their use and study were forbidden and abused by pseudo-shamans. Till this day, they forbidden to use, they even kill people before in these times, medieval times, they kill people who study that sciences. This was death sentence for them, punishment. And the divination arts are developmental tools that help us to map our consciousness and see our mental, psychological, spiritual, and physical reflections. And the arts of divination are also great tool for shadow work and combining your work with daily practice with these tools. This is what I teach, how to do the shadow work with these tools, because these tools help you to understand your unconscious mind, the unseen realms of us. Because people too much focus on the effects and what they see, but they not believe that something exists that they not see. The unconscious mind, this is the unseen things, and this is the most important thing to focus on, because we create full of universes from the unconscious mind, whatever you want it or no, and you agree with this or no. Like this is working. Our 95% from the brain is unconscious mind. And the divination arts also the tool that can increase our correlative thinking and the relation to symbolism, numerology, colors, letters, and order archetypes. It works also with letters and alphabet, like Hebrew, Greek, English, and Egyptian. And this correspond to colors and symbols. And other archetypes that bridge us to access deeply to our subconscious and unconscious mind and ancestral memories. Okay. Another, what we want to, the tarot is traditionally seen as pure esoteric science, the meaning of the tarot cards conveying a deep truth through occult and allegorical meanings, without any need to write or speak words. They speak by themselves. This is also advance your intellectual mind, your emotional intelligence. This boosts your psyche abilities very strong, because you're dealing with the causal factors. You're dealing with unconscious mind. And this cards is conveying a deep truth through the occult allegorical meanings. And without the need to write or speak the words, each card speaks millions of words. And the tarot deck contains 78 cards that divide it into two main groups. That is major arcana. This is 22 cards that they also divided into two groups of 11 each. We'll speak about all these 22 cards of major arcana in this presentation, and also about minor arcana in 56 cards divided into four groups of 14 cards each. We'll speak about also the system of minor arcana. We'll not speak too much deeply about any card specifically, but we'll speak about in context to astrology, how it's correlate to zodiac things, and how the system is operates. Altogether is 78 cards. They divided in main groups of major arcana and minor arcana. And we now speak about that. And I want to show something before we starting about number 78. Wait, I will share my screen 1 second. Okay. Share screen. I believe you see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. We see the number 78 here. The 78 card is contains 7 and 8, okay? 7 and 8, 7 in major arcana is the chariot, okay? And 8 is the strength. What is represent from the beginning? We look on 78. Why 78? Because this is the combination and culmination of the balance between masculine and feminine. Because number 7 is the chariot. Chariot is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is the moon. The ruler of Cancer is the moon, and we see strength. It's the 8, strength. Strength is represented by the sun, the Leo. Leo constellation is ruled by the sun. So we see the culmination between them and the combination, both of them together. And this is also the summertime, the most culminate area of the year. So this is the Cancer and the Leo together. Okay, now I want to speak about 1 second. I want to show this. This is the 4 elements. Also, that all the system of tarot is based on the 4 elements, the 4 hemispheres of the consciousness. That we have fire, water, air, and earth. And also, Carl Jung is a psychologist that work on discovering the archetypes inside the human consciousness. And he called them as a sensation, fire as a sensation, water as an emotion, air as a thought, earth is intuition. Fire as a sensation, we touch the material, we make the action in the real world. This is the willpower, this is the transformation, this is the change and the masculine. We have the water, the emotion, the creativity, the memory, the care and love. This is the feminine. We have the air. This is the thought, the intellect, the languages, the communication. We have the earth. This is the matter, the physicality, the human body, the resources, stability, and all that stuff. Also, these 4 elements is divided like the sciences. We have tarot, astrology, Kabbalah, numerology. And this is the 4 arts of Gnosis that go inside together, interlock with each other. And as I say, you need to understand first of all, you need to understand these elements, how they structure our consciousness. Okay, and this is very important because all the system is based on that, based on astrological symbols, and we speak about the arcana now, the major arcana. And also the tarot is the reflect the content of the nature in our own mind. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so major arcana system is 22 cards numbered from 0 till 21. Why 0? Because 0 is the number of the full card we'll speak about now. 0 is the primordial womb. This is everything. This is nothing less. Is a 0. From here, everything started to grow. This is the primordial place that all the soul is go up and to explore and to go to the journey of to achieve knowledge and wisdom and to continue the process of the growth and to self-discovery. And we all start from the 0. And the 0 is the abyss. This is the underworld. This is the pure nothingness. And from there, everything is grows, everything is created. And all this, they go from the total ignorance of darkness into initiation to knowledge and wisdom of light. All this major arcana is represented by that. How this is the journey of the soul to go outside from the ignorance of darkness and illness and traumas and deal with your shadow aspects into the knowledge and wisdom and light and really bring love and change in the world and with yourself and with others. So the fool is no number, is 0, is represent complete ignorance, an oblivion of the world around it. This card is innocence and of pure soul, born from the cosmic womb that represent number 0. Everyone is born innocent and without knowledge. We all born in the beginning with 0. Is like take the computer, new computer, you pay nothing within, you just fill it with your materials, and it depends what materials you fill with this. It can be damage your computer, or it can be advance the civilizations. Depends what you do with that. So if the long way to go, all this way to learn from the experience, because we need to experience in order to learn. We need to have the experience. And those number is 21 represent complete understanding, because number 21 in geometry would make 2 + 1 is 3. Okay, this is the number of completion. Number 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12 is very important numbers in the occult. Okay, is very, very important numbers, and they have strong meaning. And 21 is represent the completion. The completion, and also number 3, 777 have many variations. So it represents complete understanding. Each card represents only one step of the journey to understanding the archetypes of nature and the forces of nature and our mental, emotional, and spiritual evolution process. Okay, so have questions?
I try not to ask too many questions, but when I have a question, I will ask you that. So just continue.
Sure.
But
Okay.
thanks for asking.
If it's clear, is good. So I want to start. We speak about archetypes. Okay, I have definition of the archetype, and now I'll read it and will share my screen that people understand what is archetype means. Okay, because very important. We speak all the time about archetypes, and okay. Archetype is a first primordial form, first form original pattern from which copies are made. From Latin archetypum, and from Greek archetypon, meaning first pattern, model, figure, or a seal. First molded, meaning a beginning, origin, first place. Verbal pronunciation is archen, to be the first. Typus, meaning model, type, blow, mark of the blow. Specific uses in these fields of philosophy and psychology. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato, for example, believed that all things have ideal forms, aka archetypes, of which real things are mainly shadows of copies. And his psychology of Gustav Jung, archetype refers to an inherited idea or made of thought that is present in the unconscious of the individual, is in every prose. However, archetype is most commonly used to mean a perfect example of something. Okay. For example, if we have industry, okay, we make a lot of chairs, a lot of tables, you know, we need one archetype, one example, perfect one, that all the copies will go the same and we can sell it. Okay. The same with our mind, with our consciousness. We have these archetypes. They exist in any man and woman in the entire universe. They exist in the unconscious mind, and they express themselves externally in different ways, in different patterns. But this is the same inherited idea of these archetypes. Okay. And these archetypes is as we say, the planetary figures, the gods, the mythologies, the tarot, the runes, everything is based on that. This is the primordial forms, primordial figures and symbols, okay? Because symbols is also very important to understand, because through symbols, we communicate with our own conscience. We don't need word to understand that. We need holistic intelligence. Because if we don't have the holistic intelligence, we think only linear way or a logical way without the holistic intelligence, we cannot understand and correctly to understand the symbol. What does that mean? Because any symbol is contain many information, a lot of information. Take example as a circle and a zodiac circle. As a lot of things is based on that, and cross, okay? We have this cross, and that cross is equinoxes and solstices, is also connected to the nature, how we see it outside, and also within us is the same system, but in the different sizes, and you know, but is typically is the same thing. They can be very different. They can be little different between each other, but they based on the same coherent idea. Okay. Example, circle. We have many kinds of circles, but the main archetype of the circle, we know what is that, or square, or whatever. Okay, let's see. I want to start the
presentation.
Yes.
It's a very
Major Arcana. Okay. What?
yeah. That's a very important topic with symbols also, yeah.
Yeah, yes, sure. Especially when we speak about the tarot, and uh, this is a language. This is a full language. Okay.
Yes.
This is like became from our unconscious is before is manifested to the material. This is something from there, from memories, ancestral memories that rooted deeply in our psyche. Okay, so it's very important to understand the power of the symbols, because they can you can be also very easily manipulated by them if you not understand them correctly by those who understand them and want to manipulate others. You understand? So is really is also shield you and protect you from negative influences on you that try to control you.
Yes.
And you understand that, and you can also impact and influence others, of course, in the good way. Okay. So let's start from the major arcana now, and that is the tarot that major arcana denote important meanings and archetypes in life events, lessons, and milestones. With the minor arcana is reflect more detailed day-to-day events. I mean, the major arcana is contain very important meaning, very profound, important meaning, powerful, and that affect more on your life. I mean, that you see it manifested much more, this energy in more strong way and more dominant way. And the minor arcana is go more deeper in the details of the elements, and especially your day-to-day events. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start from the Fool. We'll open now the Fool. Okay. Okay, we have the Fool. Okay, we see here the Fool is number 0, as we see. This is the beginning of the soul. This is the beginning. I have some researchers say that this is the path of Odin, as we speak about the mythology before. That this is the Fool. If no have the Fool, all the 77 cards not worth nothing, because the Fool is the soul. Is go all the arcanum. Is go all the way. Depends what you do with this, because you see he hold Lilith, the flower Lilith can be illusory. He can smell that flower and he fell from the cliff. You see, he go and he can crash from the cliff. Or he can listen to the wisdom and the knowledge of the sun that behind him, the guidance of the higher self.
Yes.
And we see also the wolf. In some interpretation, the wolf represents the higher mind, the higher consciousness. In some, it represents the lower, the instincts, and the combination between the instincts and the higher self. That many people, they forget about the instincts, but the instinct is part of us. Okay, but the idea here is that you have the choice from the moment you're born, what you do, where you go. Are you going to grow, to develop your consciousness, or you go to fall from the cliff and to destroy everyone and yourself? So here we see, this is the initiation gate here on earth, what you do, what you experience. And this is the soul card, the initiation of the spiritual journey, trust, being led by circumstance, individuality, faith in life, and something beyond physical. New beginnings, new artistic projects. This is correlated with Hebrew letter Aleph. Aleph is mean ox, the bull. And that's it. From there, I want to say something. This is very, very the surface interpretations, because the interpretations can be changed between there. If you, example, make reading, or you open a divination with other cards, with combination with other cards, the interpretation can be little changed, because you see the combination between other cards and you see how it's going. Anyways, this is the basic fundamental interpretations. Of course, any card you can study lifetime.
Yes.
I also suggest people who want to study that science just to put them by order and just to meditate on them. And you will see how much things you will discover. After 10 years, 15 years, you will not, whatever. You will, all the time will see something, and your thought and thinking and intellectual capacities will grow very, very strong. Very everything, your spiritual intelligence, your connection to your higher self, because you communicate with your own conscience. Okay, so this is the point. This is the main purpose of that, is to communicate with the own conscience, because we create everything, almost everything, from unconscious mind, and things that we don't know, things that we deny, things that we don't want to look at. And this is just show us, just to reflect our state. Simple as that. This is just a tool. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the magician. After 0, we have number 1. Okay, the magician. Why number 1? Why number 1? Because we here see that he mastered all the 4 elements. The magician is the self-mastery. Okay, we see here cups, pentacles, swords, and wands. Okay, this is the 4 elements. We will speak about this further in this presentation, more deeply in the minor arcana, what all this means. Anyways, what he doing? He unite all the elements together in one. Because bet letter, Hebrew letter bet is bite. In Hebrew, bite is home. You remember your way home to your temple. Your body is your temple of your soul, where is your soul dwelling, and what you do with his body. And we see also the red color here. The red color in alchemy is transformation, change. We see also the 8 above his head. is also the Ouroboros. It can be also interpreted as negative and positive.
Yes.
It can be also keep you in circles. It can keep you in the same feedback loop. Or it can be, you can access to your divinity, to access to your internal soul and spirit.
Yeah. The
That
symbolism
everyone have it.
the symbolism is never one dimensional. It's always multidimensional. Yeah.
Yes, but the amazing stuff that this is a representation of the two dimensions. Okay, because it is this representation of two dimensions about that.
Yes.
And the third dimensions, I say, is a pyramid. The pyramid, if you look on that, is I want to explain a little about the table of the magician. Why is 4? Okay, why is unite here, and why you have three legs of the table. Here is not show, but have text show have 3 legs of the table. Okay, but because 3 have importance in the occult, is represent the unity, the father son, the father mother and son. We see it in many traditions. Okay, I want to show something. 1 second, from the Egyptian version. Yes, this is a papyrus of from the Book of Dead of an Egyptian art. Let's focus. Where is the Osiris here? The pharaoh. Okay, sit here on the throne, and he sit on the square. Okay, the square is very important symbol and show the mastery of the 4 elements. Okay, and he sit above that. That is the spirit element above.
Yes.
Okay, because he is the magician here.
Yeah.
And we see here down where is his legs is grow papyrus. This is the flower grow, right? We see is 1 in the beginning. This is grow from the abyss, from the Ganun gap, from the primordial womb of creation, that nothing is there, is grow from 1 in 1 and divided into 2. That is masculine and feminine. Then we have 3. 3 is father, mother, and son, the born of Horus. And 4 children of Horus is above. That is the 4 elements that we see in many traditions: fire, water, air, and earth. 4 elements. And this is the 4 steps, the 4 levels of consciousness, that they work simultaneously together. That everything arrives from the nothingness, from the own conscience deeply, and manifested as we see also negative and positive as a masculine and feminine, and dark and light, and everything contrast. Okay, we see this kind of contrast in material world everywhere. Okay, and this is what I said. The real spirituality is to see the both sides, the dark and the light, to be in the middle, to see both sides, because have evil exists in the universe. We
Yes.
cannot ignore that. Also, they have the role to play here to make us to grow, to understand that this is not the way, and have some trickers and stuff like that that try to pull you down. Because if you know have resistance, so how you will grow, right? But it's not necessary to have that. You say, okay, I learned from this mistake, I will not do it again. But anyways, this is a very interesting image that showed how this levels and hemispheres of consciousness is manifested in all the levels. Okay, so it's back here. Also the pyramid I want to show. This is the pyramid. That the pyramid have 3 sides and 4 basic 4 square from the above, and is everything unite in here. This is a three-dimensional representation of human consciousness, of fire. Okay, because pyramid, pi is the circle that is equivalent to the square, and the pyramid in the middle, and everything is contained here. And in the magician, we see the table is 4. We have three legs, 4, and then we have the union between them, the access to the divinity, and to bring all the light and wisdom and love into the material world, and to control his emotions, actions, and thoughts, self mastery.
Yes.
So this is what magician represent. Magician represents self-mastery, craft, wisdom, occult knowledge, craft, master the 4 elements of fire, water, air, and earth through the spirit. Clarity, improvement, observation, discovery, skills. Because is also connected to the planet Mercury. Mercury is, by the mythology, is the messenger of the gods, is the fastest planet and most closest to the sun.
Yes.
So it's kind of representing the skills and observation and discovery and communication and creation and all that stuff. Okay, let's go. This is number 1, the magician. So we all time remember to go back home, where our temple is. To remember our temple here, and not try to look somewhere else. Hear the answers and everything. Okay, so I have number 2. Number 2 is the high priestess. Okay, also very interesting card, very powerful and profound, and I would say is represent number 2. Okay, number 2, we have Boaz and Jachin. We have the 2 pillars, the masculine and feminine, the 2 opposites, and she represents the gates of the initiation. Okay, this is the initiation to the hidden knowledge of the occult. Is represent change, transformation, action, intelligence, wisdom, inner knowing, intuitive understanding. Is also ruled by moon. Why moon? Because moon give changes. Is change the tides of the water. We see also behind her have the tree of life. This is the gates of entrance of the tree of life, of to initiation to spiritual journey and spiritual evolution. And Torah, she holds in the Torah. Torah is mean law. And we see the cross in many cards here. The cross is very powerful symbol. As we explained, this is the 4 elements, the solstices, the equinoxes, the higher mind, to arrive to self-mastery. And is also represent intuition in alternation, and typically gates of wisdom. The Hebrew letter is connected to this card is Gimel. Hebrew letter Gimel. Gamal in Hebrew is the camel. Camel that take you in the desert where it's dry, and you can fulfill yourself with water, because you need to be thirsty for knowledge. Because this is what I say, people need to have thirst for knowledge by themselves. Okay, and this is all the point. We need to find our way in this dry desert that don't have any water, and we want to find our true path in all these things.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue. Number 3 is the Empress. The Empress is planet is Venus. Okay, Venus is everything connected with relationship, with beauty, with comfort, with fertility, with nature, growth and healing. And this is what the Empresses represent. And also the letter, Hebrew letter Dalet in Hebrew is Delet, is the door. Is the door between your thought and your manifestation. In order to manifest something in the reality, you need to understand what you're doing and to create it in your mind first, before it's manifested materially. Because everything is consists first and foremost, it's not material. Okay, I tell you an example, like if you want to imagine something, you want to imagine a home. You don't need to exactly to know what is the home. You know the idea of the home, and the images appear to you.
Yeah.
The idea of the home is not need to be manifested. The thought is not material yet. Does not exist in the material world. But the Empress is represent the manifestation of that, to bring this forward, to bring this into reality. Also, we see the gold around here, and the gold in the gold also the symbol, the alchemical symbol of the higher consciousness, of higher awareness. And she represent also fertility and creativity and abundance, beauty, happiness, pleasure, luxury, relationships, children, thoughts and understanding, as I say, growth, healing, rest. And she connected to the planet Venus. Also, we here see in the card is full of nature. That this is represent the connection to nature, our connection to nature. And the self-worth, because Venus is rule Taurus also, Taurus and Libra. And Taurus is self-worth, how you worth yourself, the stability, the financial stability, the resources, and how you build yourself, and fertility, because agriculture. So everything is connected here to harvest and nature, and the connection to nature and the beauty of the nature, on all this. So this is the number 3. Now we go to the number 4. This is the Emperor. Number 4, Emperor, is, first of all, we see the previous card is the Empress. This is the Emperor. Again, we see masculine and feminine combination between Venus and Mars, because it's two planets that the opposites, the Mars is very masculine and the Venus is very feminine, and the Emperor is represent the masculine power, is represent the element of fire, the Aries, and Mars rule Aries.
Yes.
And this represent war and conquer, and start, and initiation, and leadership, and strife, and order. I mean, it's not, it can be balanced way, it can be imbalanced way, depends. But anyways, this is masculine power of transformation, and to bring change and order to the world in the physical way, in stable way, in physical way. It also represents excellence and progress, precision. Is connected to the Hebrew letter Hey. Hey is a window. And this is correspond with Aries and planet Mars. We see also the symbols here is red. We see the goat, the animal of goat should represent the Aries energy. And to leadership and order, that represent what you hold in his hands also. It's have many symbols here that we can go deeper, and this is amazing how it can be interpret everything in our own makeup. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So this is the number 4. The 4 is structure, stability, like the 4 elements. Number 4. This is the emperor. After we have number 5. Number 5 is the hierophant. Number 5, the hierophant is represent teacher, is represent self-discipline, is connected to the Taurus energy. Taurus energy and Taurus and Venus, Empress, again, have connection. Also can see the connection between this, between the planets, and you see the correlations between them. And you start to have a new understandings, this is a full science and arts to explore. Okay, so
Yes.
the hierophant, the hiero is holy. Pantos is who show the way. It's like you have an inner guidance, inner light that shine, like have in the sea Bacon who show the light in the sea, and you have the ship that need to arrive safely to her destination. So so this is represent the hierophant, that represent your way, the inner light that guide you toward to arrive to your safety to your destination, safety to your path work that you need to do. So this is represent the teaching, inner wisdom, discipline, material expertise, and resources, because it's connected to Taurus. The hierophant is the Taurus energy. Is assets, institutions, education. I see the symbol is very, very strong used in the educational industries and universities. I see a lot the hierophant symbol there, because it represents the studies, it represents the higher education and structure and laws and standards and connection between the spiritual and physical, because it's letter Vav in Hebrew. Vav is the nail who connect the two worlds together, the physical and spiritual, like the pentagram and hexagram,
Yes.
and pentagram, and this everything combined together, because Taurus is very physical aspect, and is ground the spiritual aspect, anchor the spiritual aspect, and so, you have the self-worth and self-validation, because the hierophant is represent the self-worth and self-validation. Here is represented by a religious figure, because it's something about more spiritual work, meditations and self-discipline, to make your inner work. Okay, so this is the nail or hook in Hebrew, in yes, Vav. Okay, now we go on number 6. Number 6 is the lovers. The lovers is represented by Gemini. Gemini is about communications, is about friendships, language, analytical understanding, learning. This is a lot of people think this card is something about relationships between men and female, but I not say it's so much connected to that. It's more connected to the Gemini energy between brothers and sisters, kind of communication, and combine the feminine and masculine together within us as an individual. We have another card, 2 of Cups, is more speak about the relationships between men and female, as I say. In this case, is more connection between the masculine and feminine in our own mind and our own temple, and how we communicate with each other, How we this is speak about the intellectual things, technical skills, social skills, and the balance between masculine and feminine. That is the hard guidance. This is the hard guidance because when we have this combination, we open our heart chakra. And this represents also the mind, the thought, the mental process, intellect, intelligence, learning, writing, reading, language, communication. As we see here, we have the angel above that rise after they have this union together. We have the masculine, feminine, the fire, and the fruits behind the woman, and the serpent. Many stuff here. Very interesting. This is connected, also a very interesting point. This is connected to the Hebrew letter Zayin. Zayin, if we see the letter, by the way, Zayin in Hebrew is word that represent the male genitals.
All right.
Yeah. Like in not nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is strange, you know. Anyways, we see it as a sword because the sword is the intellect. The sword is the element of air. The element of air is Gemini. So we see here Zayin. And we see the base of the sword. We see the holdings part of the sword. The down, okay? If we see here. So the lesson of that by this sword, you remove and slain every illusion, everything that not serve your higher self, you just remove it from you. Like a cutting metal with something like this. Just put in end something and you carve yourself. You need to carve yourself. Because remove all the things that not belong and not serve your higher self, just remove it, that you discover who you truly are. And this is the sword. The sword is the words also. The words is the swords, and the words is sometimes can cut someone's heart without any touching, physical touch. You can by words hurt someone, right? Because the words can hurt, like the sword. And we kind of and the word is go through the ethers, like the sword go. Okay. So basically, this is represent the energy of Gemini, and this is a fixed symbol of astrological correspondence of him, and also connected to the heart energy. If we combine together, let's see. Now we have number 7. Number 7 is the chariot. Chariot represent the willpower. Like the chariot, the willpower need to move you forward. If you put something on tension, your intention, your full energy of something, you will move it, right? It's like the chariot. You need to understand where the beasts will take you. Because of white and black, you need to understand, you need to have balance between them and not let them to just go freely somewhere that you don't want, right?
Yes.
Because they can kill us all. So this is the point here, that you need to wield your willpower. You need to control your willpower, and your willpower need to be under love. Your willpower need to be in service of truth and love and service for all, freedom for all. Okay? Because we cannot only focus on ourselves all the time and to improve ourselves. Of course, it's important to improve ourselves, but the question if is serve your true purpose or not, because your will need to be served in true purpose. You need to have a true purpose, and I focus in my work that you need to discover your true will. This is all the point. Sometimes people don't understand what they're supposed to do here. They don't understand. Because of that, also have the tarot that help you to with yourself, with your soul, to find your true path, to find your inner spark that you feel like a child inside, that you want to do something, to do something to improve the situation of all of us, because we cannot make you mean if we have someone who get hurt, a victim is a problem for us, even one, so your intention to be clear and clean, and where you put your willpower, where you put your energy, life force energy, there the beast will take you. Okay, because the next card we'll speak about, this is the life force energy. That this is kind of split the solar plexus. We have solar plexus chakra. This is connected to the solar plexus because solar plexus is the willpower.
Yes.
Is your emotion, is your willpower, is your drive. So the chariot is the external external expression of that willpower. So represent triumph, willpower, success, health, drive force, desires, emotions, because it's connected with Cancer. Okay, this connected with Cancer, and Cancer connected with Moon, and Moon connected with High Priestess. So all this also have combinations. Is connected with the letter Het in Hebrew. This means fence, enclosure. Is also deeds, duty, motivation, very strong motivation, yes. And the next card, this is the other part of that solar plexus chakra. This is the life force energy. This is the card that we speak about in the beginning, the 78. This is the strength. This is the real life force energy, the sun energy, the Leo. And this is represent courage and strength, inner courage. Because if you want to do something externally, you need to have this drive within. You need to have this courage within. You need to have the strength and power within before you do something external. This is the vital force. This is vitality, drive, energy, life force energy. You will see in this picture that how she closed the mouth of the lion, and she calm. She not try to play around. She just do it calmly and assertive.
Yes.
And have strong courage. This is the cards represent very powerful courage, inner power, pride, valor, sexual desire, confidence, assertiveness, personal value. Also, the Hebrew letter Tet is represent the serpent, and the serpent, we see many symbols of the serpent is connected with sun, with solar energy, with kundalini energy, with life force energy, with chi, with within us have power, life force energies that go through all our spine cord like a wand, like a wand, magician wand, but internally, that is go up and down as we breathe. And if we're not connected to the present moment, anchor ourselves in the present moment, and not live the past and just recreate the past into the future, then we have the creative energy. If we not live in the moment, we all the time thinking about the past and the future and what will be and what I do, and this is not okay, I don't know what to do. This is, you don't have power in this point. You lose your power. The vitality, the drive force energy, the life force energy arrive in the moment when you live in the moment, in the now and here. And this is the serpent is represent that usually in the positive way, of course. So here we see the letter Tet. Tet is the serpent. And also have some cards I saw with the serpent, with a lion and serpent together. Here I not see, but usually have. Okay, so next one. Number 9. Number 9 is the hermit. The hermit is the wisdom seeker, is the knowledge seeker, is research and study, very profound way in investigation, experience, solitude, loneliness. I explained why. Because when you start to be the hermit, when you start to learn some knowledge, and you arrive to some points of your path work, you start to be alone. You start to seek the knowledge alone in loneliness. And all of us who grow on the path, they know that, because sometimes we need to isolate ourselves from the society in order to learn about ourselves, who we really are, before we approach any situation out there. And this is represent the innocence, the work, the fertility, because it's connected with Virgo. Virgo is something about very dedicated work, investigation, analysis, service to others, self-care, health, shadow work, inspiration, introspection, all the stuff, industrial stuff, to make, also is connected with Mercury, because Virgo is connected with Mercury. And Mercury is a fast-moving planet and very intellectual and very airy. But this is earth element, Virgo. But anyways, here is connected to Yod, to letter Yod in Hebrew. And this is the sperm. Also, it looks, the letter is represent the sperm. Because to seek this knowledge, this is also the fertility, the masculine fertility, to achieve that. And this is what I like in this card. This represents this loneliness and solitude and all this experience of study and hard study to find the light, to find the true purpose of yourself, to find the true knowledge and true wisdom, and not fucking illusions that how much people sell you. You want to try to find the real stuff. You want to try the real knowledge about yourself, what you do then. And okay. Is also Yod, forget to say, Yod is the hand. It's not only the sperm, it's the hand. Yad in Hebrew is hand. So this is the change. This is the fertility that you make external, because Virgo is also productive. His productiveness is to make things done, to find solutions to the problems, So this is represent the human hand, that through the hand we make the change. Through the hand we make the thing. The next one is the 10, the wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune is it can be both sides. The wheel of fortune can be something that hold you in the circle, okay, so hold you in the feedback loop, again, like this demon down that hold the circle. Or you have the option to grow. You have the option to expand, to learn, because it's connected to the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is everything about learning, expanding. This is a guru, as call it. This is the teacher planet. And it can be both sides. You see the Sphinx. The Sphinx above is represent the knowledge, the initiation to knowledge.
Yes.
And we see down, we have the demon that try to hold you back. Because have the forces, as we see in the beginning, have two sides in the universe, have evil and have good, have dark and have light. But we no need to agree with the dark. We can, okay, I not listen to you. I don't want to make business with you. I don't not want. This is your choice. Does not mean you're much more stronger than any dark entity. that exists in this universe. If you take your power back, you know who you really are, you stand in the middle of yourself, you solidify yourself. No force can hit you if you're with a higher self, with yourself, with the service to truth. Nothing can be hit you by this. The fear tried to stop you, but it's not true. Anyways, here in the card, we see many times in the tarot, we see the four elements as we speak about in the beginning. One of the cards is the fortune. Here we see the four elements. We see the lion, we see the Taurus, that is the earth element, the lion is the fire, the angel is the air. Sorry, the bird is the air, and the angel is water. Four elements. We see also the combination of the letters tarot, Torah, Orat, have many combinations, many words is based on that tarot, rota, throat, as we say, everything. And this is show that you have the option, you have the choice to initiate yourself to the knowledge. All the time you have the choice. Okay? Your choice to stay in ignorance, and this will keep you in the circle. Whatever you will do and you will ignore that, you will stay in ignorance, nothing will happen to you in the end. You will stay in the same place that most of the people do, they stay.
Yes.
And they not look where they can grow and expand, because Jupiter is expansion. Or it can make you, keep you in illusions all the life. Because Jupiter is also with Pisces, and Pisces can be strong illusions. It can put you in isolation and illusions of what's going on. You don't understand nothing, because this is a test you. Okay, this is a test you what choices you make. If this is the right choice or no, if you want to grow and want to find your path and stay on this. It is also connected with the letter Kaf. Kaf is a hand. It's a hand like is meaning fist. And this is represent all the elements as we see here: the whole, the fire, water, air, and earth. And we have this option here, the gate of ascension, as I call it, or the gate of staying ignorance and darkness. Yes. Depends what you do with it. Okay. 11. The justice. This is very powerful card. Number 11. 11, 1, 1. Not just by coincidence. And 2, we have the priestess. This is represent the natural law, natural order, the law of karma, the justice, the balance. We see he hold the sword and the Libra, because it's also connected to Libra. And Libra is the felling season, is the cardinal sign of air that in the year of the fell equinox, the felling equinox is in Libra. And this is the kind of, you harvest yourself the karma you deserve. And justice, how much justice and balance and morality you live by. And this represents the rights, the partnership, marriage, engagements, good judgment, intellectual brilliance, aesthetics, art, design, physical beauty, because it's connected with Libra. Libra, everything is about partnership, about balance, about justice, intellectual brilliance, because the air element. and very aesthetic, artistic, and beautiful, because it's also about the Venus energy. Venus is beauty and fertility and all that stuff. And Lamed, the Hebrew letter Lamed in Hebrew is Lamed is study. Study, learning, learning about the natural order, learning about our natural laws, or how we can slain the bullshit and things that not serve us in order to achieve the balance and justice. And we see also this symbol is very, very strong used by the court systems and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you know. Not just by coincidence, but anyways, is a very powerful card. It represents the balance between one and one, the two pillars, and the justice, and to bring the real beauty in our world. This is the conditions to bring it. You cannot change the laws, but you can work with the laws and bring yourself the consequence that you want. But you cannot go against that. I mean, this cannot change. It's a stable and immutable. This cannot change it. You just can understand, observe it, and work with it. And when you work with it, you have the choice to work with it. Then you will achieve your beauty, balance, and everything, and aesthetics, and brilliance, and all this partnership together. Because partnership cannot be without morality, right? You
Yes.
cannot be with someone else, partner or friend, without moral obligation between you. No have something like that. If no have moral obligation, we can kill each other and say, okay, Allah, we are friends. But I remove your hand. But anyways, this is the justice. This is number 11. Okay. The next one is the hangman. The hangman is, I refer this card to Odin, the sacrifice of Odin.
Yes.
Yes, this is very, very strongly connected to that, I think. Anyways, this is what I see. This is a self-sacrifice, a new, deeper understanding is to arrive to new understanding and remove old patterns of thinking and fears that stop you down, and go through the limitations and the habits you have. New perspectives, empathy, because it's connected with mem, or letter mem in Hebrew is mime. Mime in Hebrew is water, deep water. So this is connected to the service of the truth, to go deeper in yourself, to sacrifice yourself into yourself, like Odin did, example, on the tree of Yggdrasil. And then you will arrive to new understanding and perspectives, and to have empathy and the care to conquesting the fears and habits, overcoming difficulties and limitations, and is the way of your development. And this is the true servitude for truth and wisdom, doing things in our own way, independence, endurance. Also, we see here number 4. If you notice, his legs is crossed. Number 4 is also
Yes.
represent the 4 elements and the cube that we speak in the beginning. That is the 4th stage of consciousness. That is we have the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5th element and above. And yes, this is connected with water, with deep memories, with with creativity, with sacrifice, with to remove all your limitations and habits and or this old circuits you have in the habits before, or
Yeah.
all the old habits and old patterns of behavior that not serve you anymore, and you want to remove it.
Yeah, he's
And
willing to
change
put
your perspective.
everything upside down.
Yeah, yeah. You sacrifice your belief systems. You
Yeah.
sacrifice your older understandings that you attach on, or whatever you attach on, in order to achieve your self growth and service to truth. And this also connected with Scorpio and Pluto, because Pluto and Scorpio is something about death and rebirth and transformation. That next card, we speak about the death. Now, this is the death. Death is about the transformation, is about remove your to destroy your all the ways of thinking and patterns and emotions, go deeper in your emotional healing, all that stuff. A lot of people they see this card as a physical death, but it's not true. It's not so. I mean, in some aspect, yes, it's have something, but it's not about the physical death that people think. This is the death is illusion, is transformation. You
Yes.
transform yourself to another form of life. So the life is eternal, the spirit is eternal. So you cannot say really death exists and like people think, and not in context of this card. This card can be a result, okay, of ignorance of the people, of darkness, of wrong choices that bring them death and destruction in life. It can be something like that. But have another aspect of this card is something about Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is the death, is the deep emotional healing, removal of all imperfection, compulsion, desire, secret knowledge, occultism, unseen, unconscious drives, all this Scorpio energy.
Yeah.
And all these complexes in elimination, regeneration, death and rebirth, resurrection. We see the Pope figure here that begging for this man with a horse not kill him or something, and all the suffering and death. And we see the sun is going down, and we inverted pentagram and all this stuff. And the Hebrew letter Nun is about the fish. So also something about water element, strong water element. This means something need to finish in your life in order you to grow, in order you to understand something new and continue. Because Pluto and Scorpio, Pluto is a planet that hit you exactly in the point when you need to grow, exactly in the point where you need to put attention. This shows when you need to put attention on what stuff in order to heal that, and
Yeah.
not to stay in the suffering, to heal that. But first of all, you need to destroy that, something to destroy.
Yeah. Your personal hell then. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people think the destruction is only negative. In order to create something, you need to destroy first something old, you know? I have more cards that speak about that, which forward. But anyways, this is the next one. This is the 14 temperance. By the way, we see woman in the major arcana. All the woman is the same woman, the same goddess, but in different maturity ages, in different ages in life. We see it as different personalities, but it's based on one goddess, one Torah, what appear in the priestess card in the two. Anyways, we speak about here in temperance. Temperance is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is something about freedom, illumination, sovereignty, learning, study, higher education, advanced education, higher learning, social work, activity, Also can be long distance travel because it's the Sagittarius. And this unification of opposites, as we see, she moved the water between two cups. She know how to unify it between the opposites, self-confidence, courage, passion, integration, synthesis, ethics. You know how to control yourself. You know how to manage the opposites in yourself in order to achieve the freedom outside. Samech, letter Samech in Hebrew is support and rely, prop. She also, we see interesting thing in this picture that one leg in the water, one leg in the earth. The
Yes.
balance between the water and earth, and the sun behind that show the crown. We see the triangle. We see the kind of angel wings, and we illuminated third eye. That is show illumination and knowledge and higher education and sovereignty and freedom. And flexibility, because also represents flexibility. So this is number 14, temperance. Now we have the devil, 15. Okay. Number 15, the devil. And the interesting thing that I want to say between the devil and the lovers. A very strong similarities between these cards. I want to show them both, but I don't know how here. Anyways, you can see by yourself and just see the two cards together and you see the similarities. Anyways, 15 and 6, if we put 1 and 5 together, we get 6. And 6 is the lovers. And we see the both figures, feminine and masculine, the two cards together. But it's the two opposites of each other. There is show balance and communication and synthesis, but here is show that is the enslave and limited. Okay, is also the card is connected to the Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is everything about structure, limitations, business, you know, all this careers, all that stuff. This is the positive aspect of Capricorn. But anyways, we here see the negative correlation of that. We see the dark side of the enslavement, the limitations, the material world, the order, structure, and all that stuff. But we see here they are free to go. They have not tied the chain on them. It means it's also a matter of choice if they don't want it or not. And we see also the fire down and not up, because this is ignorance and darkness. You refuse to see the truth. When you refuse to see the truth and you deny that, this is the result. But if we speak about the Capricorn, Capricorn is about structure, time, delay, corporations, large businesses, and all that stuff. Also, it is connected to Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius. So anyways, it show basic instincts, social conditioning, buildings, because buildings is also Capricornian structure, foundings, constructions, boundaries, all that stuff. Ein is the letter, Hebrew letter connected here. Ein is the eye. Also, this is show that if you stay only in the material world and only think about how to manage yourself materially and ignore all the spiritual world, all the mental illnesses and things that people deny, and they refuse to see themselves in the spiritual aspects. This is the result of enslavement. Okay, but if we see, is also connected with Capricorn. So you can say also have good and bad and everything, but here is definitely speak about some limitations, strong limitations and opposing force, you know. But the good thing that you can learn from that and just not to continue in the same way, you can turn around, you know. You can turn around the light, you can remove these chains and go freely. Depends what you do. Depends on your choices. And number 16, the tower, is another destructive card. Okay. This is also speak about the destruction, the construction, danger, fail, major change. It's also about the major change, very destructive force in order you to understand how to live. And usually is appear as a major change, major destructive force that not expected, an unexpected force that go bam in the middle and just put you in the place. And it's also speak about the bravely facing the danger, the dark side and the threats, rapid and dramatic transitions, fighting for rights, revelation, desire to break free, rebelliousness. Yeah. Is also connected with the letter P. This means the mouth. And also is connected with Mars. Mars is very destructive energy, is very renewal, is a seed. You put a seed in order to grow. You start projects, you initiate something new, and you need to remove the old platforms. You need to remove all the old things that not the bother to the new projects, that you need to just to destroy them. Or is fell on you and as a major change that you need to face some danger or face some dark side that you need to face. And this gives you the opportunity to learn from that and give the desire to get free, get the desire to rebellion against something, you know. It's like now we have the slavery situation. If we now have the you know the resistance and the desire to break free and the desire to be free at all and fighting for your rights, nothing will happen. You need to, first of all, we cannot build community now, free community, that we live in slavery around us. Okay, you cannot live in the middle here in the desert or whatever you choose, or in the forest. Oh, forget about everything. All the world is enslaved, but me will stay free. It does not work like this.
Yes.
In order to build good free communities, you need to build. First of all, you need to destroy the slavery, destroy the system of control.
Yeah.
If it's not destroyed, it never will happen a change. Never. This energy is release energy. Energy need to be released, you know. After the energy is released, you can create something new. But on something old, you cannot create a new stuff that more better than the old one, you know. I mean, you can open communities now in the same time when you have slavery, yes, but I mean, in general, all the world, you cannot build freedom or good life for everyone, and if system of control still exists in the minds of the people. Because
Yes.
in the minds of the people, they need to destroy this belief system. They need to destroy these attachments they have from before, or someone who teach them. in order we see the results, all of us together, as a collective, as an individual, whatever. And this is also the card that was used in 9/11, if we see the figures flying away.
Yes.
Definitely see this. In the movies, I also see a lot of things they use it for purposes like that. Anyways, we see the electricity, the how to call it, the thunder destroy the building, and the crown and the fire, the red and the blue, the two opposites. Many stuff. Okay, number 17. The star. Okay, from the star, we also see star is the ancestors. Star is Thor, Tara. It also came from the same word. Star is mean not only ancestors, it mean sovereignty. Sovereignty, liberation, openness is connected to the energy of Aquarius. Aquarius is everything about freedom. Everything about freedom and renewal, technology, new society, social engagements, element of fire also. Is harmony, clarity, balance, and as also we see one leg in the water, one leg in the earth, that you need to be balanced in your, to bring the spiritual into the physical, to be grounded in the physical,
Yes.
and anchor all the things that you learn from the spiritual and how you achieve in the spiritual, you need to anchor them in the earth, in the practical way also. And this is the balance between the spiritual and physical, and grounded social engagements and events, public service, because Aquarius is everything about public service, sovereignty, invention, innovation, creative brilliance, renewal, progressive science and technology, new teachings. Okay, this is speak about a lot about creative brilliance and innovation and cleansing, also to create social engagements and ground yourself in the physical. Ground yourself, be in the boots in the ground, in the head in the sky, and the boots in the ground, so to speak, to be between the heavens and earth, to bring all the wisdom of the heaven into the earth by your channeling. This is your channel. So the stars also represent the sovereignty, the ancestors, the wisdom, the light, the cycles, the brilliance, our galactic family, whatever. This is a liberation of power. And Hebrew letter tzaddik. This is the fish hook. The next one is 18, the moon. This is represent the unconscious mind. This is the kind of the dark side of the moon, so to speak, the dark side of the moon. This is the things that put you in illusions, in instincts, in ignorance, in survival mode. Kuf is also in Hebrew letters mean back of the head. Where is the instincts line? The reptilian brain.
Yes.
Anyways, this is the card that speak about the unconscious mind and the deceptions we have. This is the testing our real perception, how we perceive the reality. And this is also Pluton. This is energy of Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, this is energy that very imaginative, dreamy, to see the whole picture, but you easily can be manipulated. You can easily go to other directions and to stay in ignorance and deception and falsity and in survival mode, because we see here only animals that represent the survival and falsity, because we not achieve the higher state of awareness yet in this card. This card is focused on the unconscious, on the hidden, on the instincts, on the things that we not revealed yet, and something need to be healed, and to understand what lie and what truth, what true and what no. We need to distinguish them to understand, because this is show that people deep in the unconscious mind, in deceptions and ignorance and falsity, in fantasy world, so to say, So this talk about that. Okay, now we go to the 19, the sun. The sun is the point of choice. The sun is the new beginnings, is the insight, clarity, is the knowledge. Depends what you choose to do. Spiritual values is gain glory, Reish in Hebrew is mean Rosh, the head. You choose to go forward with the head, and you see also the flowers represent very strong solar energy, and we see the sun, and we see the small child is like the sun and the sun.
Yeah.
The pure soul that have the choice to go in glory way, to go in the new beginnings, to new revelation, to spiritual, advance, or to go in the deception. I mean, you have the option, or the star, or the moon, whatever you choose. Example is, you can choose to be in ignorance, or you can choose to be the star. You choose to be self-sovereign. You understand that, and you go in the way of knowledge, in the way of your path. You find your path. You illuminate your path. You illuminate yourself from within to get guidance, inner guidance, that people all the time seek from outside, the guidance. But the guidance, the higher guidance is within. Everyone have his own soul to get guidance from. You don't need to go externally somewhere or someone. It's just wait for you to approach that in the right way. If you have the willpower to do it, you can. You can achieve this guidance, and you don't to go anywhere. This is the best guidance you have. This is the guidance of your true purpose.
Know thyself, yes.
Yeah, this is your true purpose. Number 20. This is the judgment, the final decisions, the awakening, the sentence, the secrets that revealing, the awakening from the death, from the graves of the ignorance. Suddenly have some voice of angel and a voice of truth, of your inner guidance that push you forward and go up from the grave, because resurrection is resurrected, is show resurrection of the soul from the death, from the tomb into the light, and this show you what your final decisions and what your conclusions is correct or not. Because if your conclusions is correct, this means you will awaken and you will go forward and you will stand on the ground and you will rise. and is also can find solutions found, judgment of the higher force also, and the circumstances. We have the justice and we have the judgment. The justice of the universe and the judgment is depends what circumstance you bring for yourself. You go against the justice or you go with the justice, then you will have the judgment. The judgment is the sentence, what you'll get, what you will receive as a result from that, And the Hebrew letter is Shin. Shin is like a tooth. Is devouring power, is a fire element, something that devour. Anyways. And the final one in the major arcana, we have the 21 card. This is the world. The universe. F decks they call the universe, F decks they call the world. This is the essence of everything. This is the last card of the major arcana that is connected to the Fool. The Fool is 0, and we here see the 0 is very big. And this is represented. The Fool arrived to full completion and fulfillment. Okay, you see the whole picture. You know who you really are. You success in your project. You create an order, achievement, growth, process, synthesis. Also, we see the same woman here, and naked and with 2 sticks. That these sticks represent the connection with the higher self, the higher force, and to be grounded in the ground, and to be the channeling of the light, of the healing here. And the final letter Tav in Hebrew means cross, and we see here also have the cardinal positions, the four directions, fire, water, air, and earth. The eagle is the air, the lion is the fire, the bull is the earth, and the angel is the air. Water, yes. Anyway, we see 4 around in many cards in the Arcana. And this card is a show that the essence of everything and the cosmic womb that everything came from. And you finally arrive to full understanding and conclusion, right conclusion, with the truth, with how the universe operates and what is really all about. You know who you are, and you complete your journey, so to speak. You complete your journey of ascension to the next level, because no finish level. All the time have levels to ascend. Even you arrive to higher consciousness, you need to ascend the next levels all the time to achieve your true self will and desires of your true self.
Yes.
Anyways, this all the 22 major arcana cards. I have questions or?
It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing with this one here. It's a initiatory process that we're facing here.
Yes, definitely. This is a call. Wait. This is a call initiation rites. Initiation rites, Everyone in life have at least something like 7 initiation rites, but if you consider yourself as a higher aware being, you can have a continuously initiation rites. All the time you have this option to grow, to do something with this energy and how to manage this energy, because you master yourself.
Yes.
you know, and it's very powerful, very powerful. It make you more choices because awareness make you more choices.
Yeah.
If you think about that, if you're aware of something, because we speak about things hidden that we don't see, but if you know about them, and the tarot is one of the tools that reveal you that, and when it's reveal you that, you have more power to make a choice. You make more power to make a good choice for yourself and for your destiny.
It's a really good thing to study this.
Yeah.
And I also like what you said about meditate about the cards and get in touch with them and yeah, try to connect with them on
Oh,
that level.
meditation is very, very, very good. I really recommend to people to do it. Really. Is just sit and just look on the symbols and dive into the symbols. And you will see how much things you miss, you know? And you see that your thinking is get better and your everything, all your capacities get better. Or on all your aspects of your life, you know? Is can be very powerful.
I think I once read a book from Diane Fortune. It was about the Kabbalah also, and she said the same thing. Basically, to meditate about also.
Yeah, I hear people, they even not use the tarot for divination, you know? They use it only for just to look on them, just to practice the symbology, practice how you communicate with your unconscious mind. Of
Yeah.
course, divinations is very powerful also. I use divinations also. And but it's not the only thing you can use. You know, this is what
Yes.
people understand. That this tool is so powerful that you can just to see the patterns of nature inside, to see your own psyche, your own hemispheres of your psyche. You can just see them. And now we'll speak about the aces. Okay, this is the four hemispheres of the psyche, and we'll see how we can work with this energy, how much values we can find in the tarot according to that. Okay, so yeah, you can just absorb that, and you can achieve new understandings. That totally. And is everything connected to astrology and everything connected you connected to astrology is became much more easier for you to understand everything, and numbers,
Yes.
colors, everything. This what teach you to think better and to have better thinking, because you connect with this, you connect with that, with this, and you see the connections, you know. So you open your mind to new areas, definitely.
The holistic intelligence within. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Holistic intelligence, exactly. Okay, so we'll go to the minor arcana.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we see here for the minor arcana Isis. This is the axis of four elements. We have pentacles, we have swords, we have cups, we have wands. Okay, each as ace is represent element. The wands represent fire, the cups represent water, the air represents swords, the earth represents pentacles. Gustav Jung called this four elements by sensation, emotion, thought, and intuition. Okay, basically, the four elements is one's example, and fire. One's is fire. Fire is represent the willpower, the action, the strength, the force, the change, the transformation. The cups, the element of water, represent emotions, creativity, care, openness, open to receive, art, imagination. Also, the cups is something about receive. You open your mind to receive. As a student and as a teacher, you see, when you receive knowledge is something feminine because you receive it.
Yes.
And the cups is receive the water, is the shape, the water became like the cup, is flexible and is receive the water, and the water is also the memories. And we all make of water. We 90% water. Anyways, swords, that this is the element of air. This is the thoughts, logic, reason, analysis, right conclusions, communication, and language. Also intellect. Pentacles is the element of earth. This is the physical body, the health, structure, material needs, resources, stability, trading, fertility, support, and pleasures. Okay, this is basically the four elements. Okay, wait, I will share my screen again. Okay, we see it again as the four elements. Okay, all the minor arcana is based on these four elements in different degrees. We'll speak about this now. We see here all the major arcana, minor arcana. This is the small arcana. This more detailed in a microcosmic point of view. Okay, the major arcana is macrocosmic point of view. Here is microcosmic point of view. Here we see the four elements. We see that the S is one. Okay, one is the essence of the element, is the representation of all the element. Okay, here between 2 and 10 of each suite, this is represent different degrees of each element. Okay, example, we have the element of fire. Element of fire have 3 degrees. We will speak about this in astrology in the next video, more in deeply, but now I'll explain it that you can understand how is work all the system. This divided into 3 groups. Each element have cardinal, have fixed, and have mutable. Okay, cardinal things, this is the initiatory things. Okay, this is cardinal things is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay, this is the cardinal things that are considered as initiators. They start the seasons. They are leaders of the zodiac. They represent the start of their respective seasons. Okay, we speak about 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is the first one. The fixed things, this is the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Fixed things are reliable and stable. They are dedicated with strong follow through. They represent the middle of their respective seasons, the mid maturity of each element and season. Example, Leo is the mid season of summer. Scorpio is the mid season of autumn. Aquarius is the mid season of winter. Taurus is the mid-season of spring. And we have the mutable things, the Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius and Pisces. The mutable things are adaptable and versatile. They represent the end of their respective seasons. Okay? As we see here, example, we see cardinal fire. We see the suite of wands, okay? For example, we see cardinal fire. This is the Aries. Aries is the cardinal fire element. 2, 3, 4 of wands is belong to Aries. All these areas in different positions with other planets. Okay? I will show example here. Example, you have 2 and 3 of wands. You have combination with Mars and other planet. Okay? Fixed fire, Leo. This is the mid-season of summer. This is the 5, 6, and 7. All this represent Leo energy. The fixed fire, Leo.
Yes.
With different combinations with other planets. I have this circle that you can see. Any card, what planet go with this card. This is called decans. I will show it after. Anyways, 5, 6, and 7. This is about fixed things. And we have mutable fire. This is the Sagittarius. We have the 8, 9, and 10. Okay, 8, 9, and 10. This is everything Sagittarius with other combination with other planets. Example, 8 of wands. This is Sagittarius, Mercury in Sagittarius. Okay, Mercury in Sagittarius. You see the combination is very fast moving. You see is moving fast. It can be strong, impulsive decision or something like that.
Yes.
You see the combinations. You see the planet, what is represented. You see the combination with other, with the thing. Example, we see the cups. We have cardinal and fixed mutable element of water. We have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, Cancer is the cardinal, Scorpio is the fixed, Pisces is the mutable. The same with swords. We have cardinal air, Libra. We have fixed air, Aquarius. Mutable air, Gemini. And pentacles, cardinal earth, Capricorn. Fixed earth, Taurus. And mutable earth, Virgo. Example, we have 3 of swords. 3 of swords is cardinal air, Libra. 3 of swords is with Saturn. Saturn in Libra. This means restrictions in the relationships, pain in the relationships, have some lessons to learn from there. According to Libra, to balance, to harmony, to all that stuff with the relationship and stuff like that. And example 2 of pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorns. Can be expansion of resources. You know how to deal with resources. Know how to deal with materials, with your career, with everything. Anyways, also Taurus. We have Taurus we have Saturn in Taurus, that is 7 of pentacles. Also, it can be delay your fruits of labor or whatever.
Yeah.
Because Saturn is restrictions, is delaying, is Anyways, this is the basic structure of the minor arcana. If we see between 2 and 10 cards, the first one is the Ass, The ace is the first card, is the essence of each element, representation of all the element, and we hear the sub elements. Any element have sub elements that is divided into 3 groups. All the astrology is divided into 3, 4, 12. You know, we have three positions, 3 levels. We have 4 4 elements and 12 signs. And if we do 3 plus 4 is 7, and 3 and 4 and 12 also. So 7 and 12. 7 planets and 12 signs. Anyways, this is the minor arcana between 2 and 10. We have basically all the 78 cards of tarot is divided into 3 groups also. We have major arcana, we have 40 of four suites of each element between 1 and 10. And we have the royals. The royals will speak now. This also 16 cards, included 16 cards, and you also can be you can do divination only by these cards only, because it's like a deck. This
Yes.
represent all the 16 archetypes, human archetypes, that the science is arrived to the conclusion after many years before after the tarot became, you know. So here you see the minor arcana royal courts. Okay, you see here you also divide it into 4 groups, but you have combinations with other elements. Example, you have page, knight, queen, and king, right? Sometimes in thought deck of Crowley, you see he change between page, he say prince and princess, queen and knight, okay? Because he want to balance between the masculine and feminine. Here you see is not so combined. It's because the page is no have the page is like a male, but there is a female. Is also in different maturity.
Yes.
The personality in different maturity. Examples can be also in the readings, and can up for you a feminine figure, or a woman can appear a masculine figure. It means maybe she's dealing with someone, with some man in her life, that she calls him struggling, or whatever, or a man appear woman that he calls her struggling in pain, or whatever. Or if it's appear to you, a male figure is speaking about you, speaking about your personality. Anyways, the page, if we speak about the Rider-Waite version of the tarot, the standard one that most of the people learn, we see page, knight, queen, and king. Okay? Page is usually earth element. Knight is fire. Queen is water. King is air. Example, we have Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is air, right? But is Knight. Knights represent usually fire. He is also with horses. All the knights you see here with horses. Okay, have same idea here. Is in fire, moving forward. It means the Knight of Swords is driven by fire element. It means is intellectual, is air element, but is driven by fire element. It means we have combination of 2 elements.
Yes.
Each card. So example, page of wands. This is earth drive. This is fire drive by earth. Resources drive the fire. Example. Or we have King of Cups, that is air drive water. Intellect drive emotions, whatever. This is the idea here. who want to learn more and deeper the tarot. And this is the presentation, so everyone can download the study by himself and to see. Have plenty of books also about that. But again, the most important thing is to practice with yourself. Practice by yourself. The experience does not make it different. You know,
Yes.
experience is what make you learn in everything, everything. Anyways, this is our last slide. This is the system of the decons. Any minor arcana and major arcana have connection between the zodiac things and the planets, and you see the combinations between them. And by the way, zodiac is the life being. We're speaking with a live oracle. We all live the zodiac. Within us, this is the zodiac. Zoo is the life.
Yes.
Okay. And a lot of people think the planets is make is the planets is what make it decide for us, or this is what give us our destiny. So predetermined destiny. So what the point here, right? So
Yeah.
so the point here is to understand that this is the reflection of ourselves. The
Yes.
night sky is the reflection of our mind, of our inner world. This is our extension. It's not mean we impact by this. This is our reflection, our patterns of our consciousness, how it operates in the certain time and space.
Yes.
And this is what help us in divinations. This help us to understand the ways. It's like you go to doctor or you go to mechanic, okay, with your car. You want to fix the car, or you want to go to doctor or to fix something pain, and want to know what is going on with you. Okay, the same with consciousness. You go and you check, you make the diagnosis, and someone make the diagnosis correctly, and you help you to fix this problem. That's it. This is the same thing like everywhere.
Amazing.
Yes, I
Amazing.
know it's too much information, one, but it's amazing. It's good. It's this is what I want in this presentation, to give the basic, the fundamentals that people have at least the basic idea and go to research by themselves, because it's lifetime study. Is a lifetime. I studied this years, and I know if I finish this life, maybe I need to study more. I don't know. You know, it's full science. It's
Yes.
amazing. You know, so why not? And I hope so. This will help a lot of people to in their progress. And I
Yes.
see this is very helpful to many people.
Yeah. It can help people to lift up themselves and then help others with the control system and all with the problems that we face as humanity.
Oh yes, this is this knowledge. If they know, if all the people now will enter to this level of knowledge and start to understand that, the game over for them. They don't. They cannot against people who understand themselves and true awakened people. You know, because of that they don't want people study. They don't want people get uh, uh, critical thinkers. They don't want thinkers.
Yes.
They want someone who obey. They want workers. They want people who not think and just do it.
Yes.
But you teach them certain thing and that's it. But they never want people who really go outside of the box and try to explore all the reality and what's going on with oneself. Because everything won't start from this.
Yes.
And they know have the power. They know have the power. People they not understand they are how much they are terrifying with their power if they recognize that. They're much more stronger than any controller in this world. They think they are more powerful, but they're not more powerful. They're driven by fear. Why they want to control others? Why you want to control others if you have some basic of fear in that? You know, it's just not like this. You know, is show weakness, is show fear, is show is show you much more stronger than this. This what you choose to be more weaker. This is your choice, but does not mean you use your natural state is like this. And this is what gives us the tool to explore the nature, to observe the nature, to observe the cycles of nature, of seasons, of ourselves, of our psyche, of our emotions, of our spirit, or everything. You know?
Yes. And evil can just strive on ignorance and not on knowledge. They want us to stay in ignorance, and that's
Yeah,
the
that's what they want.
tools to bring us out of ignorance.
Yeah, they want tools, yes, as you say. They want ignorant, not thinking people. And this is the way out. This is the arcana show you the way out from 0 to 21, how you can need to do it.
Yes.
And this is show the archetypes. You can do it in your own way, in your own style, but the idea is the same idea, right? We express ourselves different, right? But we have the same idea to arrive to freedom, to arrive to goodness in this life, to build heaven and earth, okay? We have the same idea, both of us, group of people, whatever, but we have the different lifestyle, we have the different style to do it because it
Yes.
will be boring if it's not the same, you know? So we have different colors and styles to make it. But the core ideas of archetypes is the same.
Yeah. The principles, exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Amazing
Yeah,
presentation. Thank you very
that's
much,
good. Yeah.
Steve.
Thank you to have me again. Really, has give me good inspiration to do it. That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, very mind blowing to me, and it's also
That's
a
good.
big motivation for me to go deeper.
This is all the point. We need to help each other. We need to, you know, we need to do it together. You know, we're not alone here. We're together. All of us. We need to unite ourselves to teach others the skills we have that can help others. And like this, we will grow.
Yes, we can work together so we don't have to take from each other.
Yes.
That's the healthy way, exactly.
It was
So,
amazing interview. I'm very, very happy. I'm very enjoyed. Really good.
yeah,
And we'll continue to make another chapter, right?
yes, you want to do a full presentation about astrology next, I
Yes,
guess.
maybe I'll do it. Yes.
Yeah, I
Why
would
not?
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because also when you spoke about the minor arcana, it's even more linked to astrology, isn't it? Or it's not very, you can separate it from each other.
It's all connected to astrology. All the
Yes.
tarot is connected to astrology. Not only the minor arcana. The major arcana also connected to astrology.
Yes.
Yes, because of that I say, if you want really to learn tarot, you need to learn astrology and numbers, geometry, numbers, astrology, colors, and letters, how it connected to letters, and Kabbalah also. You know, all the stuff together to study together. This what need to do. This is this kind of the science that connect all the sciences together. You know, all the arts together.
Yes. Is there anything you would like to say to the audience here? Your final words for this
I just want to
episode?
say, really, really thankful to make this interview, and I'm very happy to do it. And I hope so it's help a lot of people to find their path, to use these tools in respect. And I encourage the people to use these tools and to understand them deeply because I believe this will help us to achieve spiritual enlightenment and balance and order in this world, and to fix this miserable situation we are now, because we are worth more. We
Yes.
know have self-worth. We worth much more than we think. And
Yes.
this is what all about. Here to guide the souls toward that, and just to help them to do the job by themselves.
Exactly. That's great work. Exactly. That's
Yes,
great work.
yes, yes. We need more motivation. People need more motivation, more inspiration. This fire element, the fire element is the intervention, because inspiration is inner fire, is born the fire within. So you need to have this inspiration, because when you're inspired from someone, you want to achieve at least the same level like him, even more or whatever. But this is the example. You want this push you more. So when we see more people do it, we will see more inspiration, more people inspire others, and more people inspire these people, and more people inspire those people, all inspire others. And this is what we do all the world. We need to do it in all the world, in all the languages, if we can. So this is good. This is good what we have each other. We can communicate. Even we live in different places, we can communicate, find one language to communicate, to bring all the stuff together.
Yes, sir. Okay, then for last time, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you too. We'll see
And
you soon.
yeah, up
Good.
until then, yeah. Bye
Yeah.
bye, brother.
Bye bye.